The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Trader's Edge with Steve Rhodes. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to the December 20th, the fantastic Friday edition of today's Trader's Edge Show. I'm your host, Stevie Perseverance Rhodes, who absolutely knows that each of us, well, we should always be pioneers of our future versus prisoners of our past. Hope everyone out there is having a great day. Hey, let's make sure we have an extraordinary one. Now, the easiest way to do that, well, it's to always remember that life is happening for us, not to us. That's right. When you and I make this one little 2x4 shift, well, it means we can find the gift in every set of circumstance that life is going to toss at us. Now, today, you and I, we're going to go check on the circumstance of these markets. We'll go figure out what those bulls and bears, what those buyers and sellers are communicating to you and I at just past 11 o'clock in the morning. I do want you to know that I'm absolutely grateful for your presence here. But even more important than that, and that's this, during this next 53 minutes, I am here to serve you. So feel free to pick up that phone. Well, don't pick up the phone. You can pick it up, but you can't get through to me other than call my cell phone. But what you can do is you can send me an email. Send it off to steve@tfnn.com. Inside the subject heading, please put radio show question. Of course, if you're inside our Tiger's Den, well, then any and every ping will do. So let's go ahead and get this show started on fabulous, fantastic Friday. Of course, this is Tiger Financial News Network. I'm Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the show. Well, we've got a sea of green out there. Every single sector inside the S&P is trading the upside. All the U.S. indices are trading the upside as well. This Santa Claus rally is courtesy of OB1. He came down here and he poo-pooed Powell's delivering of coal. He overrode that. And so now we ought to get a rally at least into Christmas, perhaps beyond that and into the end of the year. We'll take a look at that. We'll take things one step at a time. Right now, you've got the Dow up 500 points. The S&P is up 64. The NASDAQ 229. The Russell's up 32. The trend is up 105. You've got gold up $42. Silver 53 cents. Light sweet crude's the only thing that's really trading the downside, down 67 cents. The VIX also down by 21%. You get another initiation to higher price signal for the VIX as it moves back towards its 50-day exponential moving average out there. Natural gas is up 6 pennies. 30-year Treasury, 24 ticks, print out 114.25. It'll confirm a TD9 count bottom pattern today. Completes that pattern on Monday. Our leaders in the clubhouse, the upside, led by Eli Lilly, $37 move. Mercado Libre, 37 as well. MicroStrategy, about 25. Bank of Montreal, 22. Plovian Corp is up 20. A lot of 20s out there. To the downside, led by Novo Nordisk, down $22 or 20%. Innovative Industrial down $19, 20%. FactSet Research down $17, 3.5%. Saia, the freight company, $17, 3.5%. And Nucleus is down 21%. That's an $11 move. So we got movers and we've got shakers. Let's begin our day looking at that extreme. We got to that extreme overbought condition yesterday. We take a look at the New York Stock Exchange, that advanced decline oscillator. We're blowing off out of here. Now, the question is still, is it going to be a move like we've seen before when we get down to this area? If we go take a look at when we get down into the minus 150 level, just really another great tool out here. We can see last time we were down here was on August 5th. That was basically a straight line move out of here. That did take us to higher highs. Is that possible this time too? It is. Are we forecasting that? No, right now we're forecasting as a bottom that should last for more than one single day. It's got to work off this oversold condition. If we take a look at the time before that, that takes us back towards the April 16 timeframe. That was a big move out of there. That took us to higher highs as well. New York Stock Exchange is working off that advanced decline oscillator situation out there. The VIX, it's still below its 50-day exponential moving average, but moving lower. The 50-day is down at the 1671 level. That's the area where price would have to close below to suggest that we likely would go make higher highs. So that would be one thing that we'd be looking at for that. This could be just a 1 or 2 day rally out there. That's possible, but I don't think so. I think this has got more legs in it. We're in that favorable seasonal cycle. What do you mean, Steve, that that favorable seasonal cycle. This is the last stage of that Santa Claus rally. Typically, this is the S&P 500 over a 96-year period of time. That red vertical line is today. You can see that, well, in essence, now yesterday was the bottom out there, which is really lining up with this study. This says that we should basically move higher into probably about the January 5th, 6th to January 11th timeframe, which would be the typical pattern out there. So that's why I say very likely coming off of these overbought conditions. I've got some other indicators and tools that I've shared with subscribers that suggest that this could be a fairly significant bottom here. We'll see whether or not that holds up. Let's go. Where do we want to go from here? Anything else on this chart? I don't think so. It's a quick peek in equity futures. No new profile. I take that back. We have two new profiles. Son of a gun. Well, that was just instinctive. So there are two new profiles that are attempting to form. I say they're attempting to form because Stevie's using his advanced Doppler tool. And so we won't know until Sunday evening at 6:01 p.m. or 6 o'clock p.m. But right now, use the data that you've got. You've got Dow Equity Future Contract has support at 42,736, resists up at 43,457. In the case of the Russell 2000, it has support now at 2234 and resists up at 2325. No other profile levels. In other words, the ES and the NQ do not have profile levels out there. Okay, so now let's go switch over to Stevie's white background charts. And to do that, we're going to first start off by taking the Dow Equity Future Contract. Now, the reason we're looking at the Dow is because it's the one that's got that solid bottom. What's a solid bottom, Stevie? Well, that's a TD9 count. This was really a beautiful TD9 count, you have to admit. You get the bar following bar number 9. That was the Powell day. That was on December 18th. And price stops right at its breakout level, which was 42,660 out there. Now what you've got out here, not that you really need it, but this would be a Morningstar type pattern out there. Well, no, you've got to get up into about halfway through that session on Thursday out there. But nonetheless, this is suggesting that we should see the Dow rally up towards 44,245. Now on this chart here, let me just reload my script. Yeah, so we're not seeing that new profile here. I don't know whether on the Dow Equity Future Contract whether it's going to take hold or not. But what should really take place here? Remember, we've gone through this day after day after day. You generate one of those TD9 count bottom patterns or Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom pattern, and price typically rallies up towards that oscillator and change line. So that's up at the 44,246 level as we speak. If you take a look at the 5-hour chart, it has what's called a 4-river Morningstar pattern. It's also got a bullish engulfing candle. We're trading above its oscillator and change line. We're headed up towards the 43,744 to 43,901 level out there. 43,901 on a 5-hour chart is where a counter trend rally would come to an end. In the case of the 240-minute time frame chart, Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom. Price targeting 43,744. On a 120-minute chart, a TD9 count bottom. Now, the 120-minute chart has taken out that TD9 count breakdown resistance at 43,143. If we take a look at the Dow Equity Future Contract for its 120-minute, this is a cleaner chart out there, you'll see we have not closed above a breakdown level since we made that top out there. This is telling you about a change in character in the market. Of course, anything can happen out there, but at this stage here, what we're seeing, this bar, I believe it closes at 10? At 10. How can that be? At 12 noon, Stevie. And so you close about 431.43 out there. That's a suggestion that we continue the rally higher. If you look at that bottom row of charts out here, as soon as I size this thing down, trying to do that, you'll see each of these have bottoming signals. So the Dow actually generating exactly what you needed to identify a bottom. And now it's taking out TD9 count tops as well out there. So it is rally on. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We come back to this break. Let's look at oil and SEO for Tom, gold futures and the GDX for GPH, Amazon for Duncan, natural gas for Ron. Oh, he's maybe asked for natural gas right there. Ron, I was going to do it for you no matter what. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the Opening Call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. If we peek in at the equal-weighted ETFs out here, they usually tell us the direction of the market. You can see that the equal-weighted Dow, EDOW, also today is going to go ahead and complete its TD9 count pattern out there. So that's a suggestion here that price that it wants to rally up towards 37.25. We don't have those same bottoming signals inside of the QQEW or the RSP. Now, the QQEW is going to attempt to get back inside its profile. In order to do that, it needs to clear 126.73. Closing of 126.73 today would be a very positive thing. It suggests that we rally up towards 128.68. But more likely 130.24 out there. So I just want to share those charts with you. I'm going to close those down just to free up some resources. Stevie's guys still have some technical issues, unfortunately. But it's a little bit better than it was yesterday. Let's go to the first request that came in early this morning from Tom G. And Tom, Merry Christmas to you as well. And Tom wanted to take a look at light sweet crude, which I believe we discussed at least during the opening. In going through the, I should say the 11 a.m. open, that what we're really looking at is price on a daily basis dealing with resistance out there. And that's the resistance of the top. Now, I think I might have 2 different profiles out here. Let me just open up this set of charts out here. But in essence, what you've got right now, and I want to look on my other screen too, so give me a second here. Yeah, so we've got 2 different sets of profiles. So I take this back. I apologize. That was set to January. Well, we have 1 set of profiles. Let me make sure. And so that's the problem with the technical issues I was having. It reset a bunch of charts, and on the futures piece of it, a lot of them reset back to older contracts. Okay, so we're both in sync here. What you've got going on right now, as you can see, first you have a large consolidation pattern that's running from like 66 and change to about 72, give or take. Inside that profile, price right now is trading inside the consolidation. We have a profile that price is trading within. And here's your support level, which was tested and rejected this morning, which was at 68.43, and the top is at $71 out there. So I know you're talking about trying to take a long trade inside of light speed crude. I mean, you'd have to play it in between those profile levels out there. You really were looking at SCO. I don't think you're in a position SCO, but I could be wrong about that. It was early when I read that message. But first, with regard to light speed crude, You have a consolidation on the daily time frame, a consolidation on the weekly time frame. The consolidation there runs from 64.90 to 75.38. And on the monthly chart, it's not too bad because it is actually traded above the top of its profile, but below its oscillator and change line. So it's really lost its momentum. And it's really the daily and the weekly, I believe, that are truly driving the monthly chart. Now, there is a positive that has formed. This is an intraday positive, I should say, which was a 30-minute time frame chart, which has a TD9 count bottom, is now traded above two TD9 count breakdown levels, 69.33 being the second one. If we close above that in another 9 minutes out there, is going to suggest that Lightspeed Crude should further its rally. Now, there's battles out here. You take a look at the 240, the 5-hour, the 120, the daily time frame. You've got these different profile levels. So where's the next level of resistance? Well, you're almost really at it, and that's on the 120-minute chart, and that's at the oscillator and change line, which is printing out at 69.38. So it's really 69.38 that would then suggest a run up into a turbulent zone on the 4-hour chart between 69.58 and 69.97. So, Tom, that's what we're looking at. We take a look at Lightspeed Crude. I'm going to close this up, but we're going to go take a look at SCO for you. But, of course, you're going to be making your trades based on the Lightspeed Crude chart, not necessarily what SCO has, but I'm still going to share with you SCO and give you at least on the daily time frame, because what, it's a 2X or 3X? I don't recall which one. But let me at least give you some profile levels there. So here, if you look at the daily time frame, this shows you you're trading above the top of its daily profile. You really can't use these charts, in my opinion, to make a decision about what Lightspeed Crude is doing. Instead, you look at Lightspeed Crude to tell us what this is actually doing out there. With regard to SCO, the other thing is that I don't know is which contracts are inside there, Tom. So maybe if you get a chance, go take a look at that. But I don't know if it's really the February contract. It could be. I don't know what's inside of SCO. So that's another thing that you need to take a look at out there. It's likely not just one contract, but maybe in fact it is. So hope that helped you out. Merry Christmas as well. Let's go take a look at gold futures and the GDX. So where do we want to start? Let's go start with, did I open up the gold futures contract? Let's first see if Stevie even did that part of his homework assignment, and he did not. So I'm going to open it up now, and we're just simply going to have to sit and wait here. So we'll take a look at gold futures. We do know that gold, nice rally. What gold did was it found support at its bullish structured daily profile, and that's between the range of 2582 and 2600. I know that because I'm looking at my other screen out there, and that's what it's telling me. So support was never really broken. Now we have different sets of profiles on the white background chart versus the black background chart, but both have the same top, 2671.30. Both have the exact same bottom at 2582.70. It's just the center of the profile that are different. In this case here, the white background chart are telling us GPH that you're running into the sell zone, which is between 2635 and 2671. As we look at those intraday charts out there, what I don't see is any kind of a topping pattern or signal, at least not just yet. Now let me open up the 30-minute chart just to make sure that there's not a to B equals CD pattern. Well, yeah, I can't tell if that's really enough of a retracement out there. Can't tell if that's enough of a retracement. So Stevie's going to just pause on whether or not that's a sell the D point top on the 30-minute basis that is setting up or not out here. Let's go take a look at Let's go take a look at the GDX. Let's see if I can be a little bit more definitive. What are the charts for the GDX telling us? So for that, what I'm going to do for you, GPH, is we're going to go take a look at the multi-time frame charts out there. The multi-time frame charts, these are not them, by the way. But we'll get to those here momentarily, and that's going to be that 8-panel for an instrument that like a stock, such as GDX or an ETF, I should say, in this instance here. So we take a look at this. Let's just start from the 15-minute time frame, and so we're going to read from right to left. 15-minute time frame has got a nice Rhodes momentum indicator bottom. It's got a TD9 count top. It says that price needs to close above 35.12 to continue its rally. The 30-minute time frame chart has got a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom. Looks like a TD9 count bottom as well. Price is dealing with the resistance of its sell zone. That's between 34.83 and 34.99. Continued close above 34.99 are going to get us up towards a 35.87 level. You've got a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom on the 65-minute chart, a TD9 count on the 130-minute time frame chart, a You don't have anything on the 195-minute chart. It negated its TD9 count bottom. And a daily chart, depending on how this ends at the end of the day out here, GPH, this could confirm a Rhodes momentum indicator bottom. Now, that would say that the GDX should rally up towards the 35.65 to 36.11 area. So that's what's going on with regard to the GDX. On the weekly and the monthly, we don't have any signs of a bottom out here. The monthly is trading below its oscillator and change line. It's lost its momentum. The weekly, quite frankly, if it were to close the day below 35.19, this is the GDX, that would trigger an A to B equals CD. We're trading at 34.99. So you're pulling for a price to at least get above 35.19. Let me see. The volume there was 163 million. This week you're at 89. So it could be a Tiger Gartley that it's trying to set up, because we are moving lower. But let's see if the rally continues. Certainly if gold continues to rally, the GDX should do the same. But right now, I'd be watching that, believe it or not, just that 15-minute TD9 count for that next directional signal out here. Again, that high was 35.12. So that's the GDX and gold. We come back to this break. Let's go look at Amazon, natural gas, silver, PFE, MMC, and BB for Nicholas. We'll be right back.
Building wealth trading in the stock market seems impossible to most people. They think it's too volatile and risky. Most people aren't going to take the time to educate themselves on how to do it right. But you're not most people, are you? At TFNN, you'll get the guidance you need to refine your strategies and techniques to invest like a pro. Because you'll be a pro. All TFNN subscriptions, books, software, and courses are available at TFNN.com. And I'm even going to tell you how to get them for less. Use TFNN's Tiger Dollars and you'll get up to a 20% bonus on your purchase. And once you apply them to your account, Tiger Dollars are automatically used for all future or recurring charges. Tiger Dollars also never expire, are fully transferable, and are a great way to add savings to your newsletters or services. Become the investor you were born to be at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
The consistency you're looking for is closer than you think. 1 or 2 adjustments are usually all you need to change your equity curve from red to green and keep it there. Come join Larry Pesavento live to learn what separates the winners from the losers. Join Larry Pesavento on the 2nd and 4th Friday of every month for 3 hours of live trading from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time, where Larry will show you the market setting up and, most important of all, the state of mind of a winning trader. By watching Larry trade, you'll learn the Fibonacci levels, you'll learn how to apply A to B to C to D trading patterns, you'll learn trade management, pattern recognition, and much more. Join Larry October 11th and 25th for more live trading action. Your purchase goes towards 2 sessions, so make sure to sign up now so you don't miss a chance to sit next to Larry as he trades the market live. For all information and reserve your spot today, go to the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
This portion of the Trader's Edge is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Welcome back, folks. We're looking at Lamb Research for Duncan inside the Tiger's Den. If you look at the monthly time frame chart, Dunk, you can see a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. You can see price trading below its bearish structured monthly profile. We can see basically a series of lower highs for the most part, lower lows for the most part. Looks to me like the monthly chart says Lamb Research should get down to 61.77. The weekly time frame chart shows that we are doing what? We're trading below the bottom of its weekly profile. That bottom profile is at 72.94. We're also trading into a swing point from a few days ago, November 22nd. Volume was 50 million shares. Moving into it right now with us, 64 million shares. So, Dunk, I would say that it closed below 73.45, increased the odds of a move to 68.87. 61.77 is the basically the bottom of that monthly profile out there. The weekly chart here, the daily chart, I should say. The daily chart, what is this thing doing here? It's pretty much been a sideways-ish type consolidation, sort of. You open this up just a tad more, see if I get a better view. So you've actually got, so the B point here of an A to B equals CD pattern had 1.3 million shares. And when it was passed, when was it passed out here? Well, let's just take a look at yesterday. Yesterday was 17 million shares going against a swing point that had 1.3. Wow, is that right? Yeah. So you actually have an LRCX, a confirmed A to B equals CD pattern to the downside on the daily time frame out there. So this is suggesting lower price out here. That's for sure. So that's just really adding to what we looked at on the weekly and the daily time frame. So, Dunk, that's what I see with LRCX today. It is trading back inside its profile, so maybe it delays that A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. But overall, it does look like Lamb Research wants to continue to move lower. You also wanted to take a look at Amazon, the amazing one out here. Amazon is consolidating with inside its daily profile. Daily profile's got support at 207.14 and resists up at 230.08. If we look at the weekly time frame chart, you're going to go ahead and form bar number 8, but more importantly this week, you're going to go ahead and confirm a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. Now, price is above its oscillator and change line, 212.93, so we still have a rising price oscillator above zero, bullish condition, period. And we have it's traded above its profile, 201.20. So even though we've got a top, it's a top but neutral. It becomes less neutral when you get below, if it were to close below or trade below its oscillator and change line, but we're not there just yet. And let me just update the monthly chart, see what its signals are showing us here. With regard to Amazon, we have a negated TD9 count top. So I think what Amazon is doing, well, first, it's got that weekly TD9 count. So maybe it's telling us its target is getting ready to pull back to the 212.94 area. The problem is that the TD9 count top, well, I'm not worried about the TD9 count top. Rhodes Momentum Indicator top out there is really suggesting we should pull back to that 212.94 level out there. 207.14 and is the bottom of its daily profile. 201.79 is its daily breakout level out there. So the monthly says longer term, I want to head higher. The weekly's more so saying I want to move lower out there, and so we're going to go with what the weekly signal is. Hope that helped you out, Dunk. And let's go take a look at natural gas for Ron. Ron, who is long. So Ron, it's had one heck of a nice rally, and now we're up to the stage where it's going to tell us whether this thing is really going to rally or not. Now it may not be today, but you might want to tighten up your stop. Tighten up your stop. Why, Stevie? Well, when you take a look at this monthly time frame chart, and this is the January chart out here, you can see that we haven't been above that oscillator and change line since December of 2022. It's December of 2024. So what do you think a close above that line would mean? I would say that would bode well, or should, got to get two closes above a resistance level. But if we take a look at this here, the resistance area, that oscillator and change line, is currently printed at 3.683. You and I can go look at all those other charts out there. It just doesn't matter what they're telling us. The weekly chart says I want to get up to 406. And the daily chart says, well, I'm taking out breakdown resistance at 365 out there. It's really all about that monthly time frame chart. Now, do I have reasons to suggest that you jettison your long position out there? The answer to that is no. But just know that you're up at resistance. You got a 5-hour TD9 count. You've got a 4-hour TD9 count. You've got a Rhodes Momentum Indicator on the 120. You've got the same thing on the 60-minute, the same thing on the 30-minute. So, the sellers are trying to protect that area. But I hope for you, is that the reason to sell out now? I would have to say no. But you are up against that stiff resistance level, so I hope that helped you out. And let's go take a look at high-ho silver out here. We go take a look at silver. Let's get down to those charts. Silver has not behaved as well as gold. Gold has been able to hold its profile. It's still consolidating with inside its profile, so it still has a bullish type message. Whereas in the case of silver, we don't have that. I don't have any kind of a bottoming pattern. I do have an A to B equals CD to the downside. That would suggest that silver would target the 27.95 level out there. Is that going to come to fruition out here? I don't know. Right now, we've got silver that's just an inside bar, so to speak. We're just trading inside of yesterday's bar out there, but silver weaker than Goldilocks from the standpoint of you've got an A to B equals CD down pattern. On a weekly basis, you are trading right now below profile support at 30.55. That adds to an idea of maybe pushing lower. If you take a look at the monthly time frame chart, right now you're testing its oscillator and change line. You're trading just below, which is at 30.15 out here. You've got a TD9 count top that is going to go ahead and form at 12 noon out there. That would suggest silver could pull back or should pull back to 29.61 out there. That's the only topping signal that I see with regard to silver out there. So, Ron, I hope that helped you out both for silver and for natural gas. And as always, thanks so much for taking the time to write in. Let me close out this silver chart here, and then we're going to, that's not what's going to pop up on my screen, but we are going to go take a look at Pfizer for Alton. And Alton is a long holder of Pfizer, so let's go see if we can find some good information for Alton. We'll be there in just a moment. Stevie scans back here. I think it might be here. And Stevie is right. So we take a look at Pfizer. What do we know? Well, Pfizer has what looks like maybe a long A to B equals CD pattern downside. Yeah, most certainly. So this confirmed a buy the D point pattern on the trading session of November 19th out there. That was a buy the D point pattern. Price is trading above the top of its profile, so that's a bullish condition, but it's really just been consolidating sideways out here. And what you'd really like to see this do is take out the high from December 18th. That was a bearish engulfing or bear sash candle, I should say. So that's just a resistance point at 26.52. Your resistance point on the weekly time frame is its oscillator and change line. That oscillator and change line is printing right now at a price point of 26.34. Alton, if you can see a close above 26.34, you're inside its profile. It's bullish in structure. You ought to get a move up to the 27.46 level. If price were to take out 27.46, you'd be looking at 30.43 out there. Monthly chart looks horrible. You're trading below the bottom of its profile, but a bullish reversal candle would go a long way to assisting that time frame chart out. Is there anything else out here? Nothing else that Stevie sees. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back. We'll take a look at MMC for Nicholas and BB as well, and then SMCI for Joe.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Welcome back, folks. We're looking at Marsh & McLennan Companies. MMC is the ticker symbol. This is for Nicholas. Nicholas, on the daily time frame, I don't have a bottom pattern. Price is below support levels of its profiles. It's below its red oscillator and change line. But we are trading above yesterday's high. And I'd say if it closes above yesterday's high is 212.95. We're likely to at least go rally up towards its oscillator and change line at 215.56. Of course, that number is going to change. If we look at the weekly time frame chart, you're trading below the bottom of its profile, has a Rhodes momentum indicator top, and suggests that it wants to make a move to the 208.05 level, and that is its TD9 count breakout area. The weekly time frame has both a TD9 count and what will likely form a Rhodes momentum indicator top this month. Out here, you're trading inside its bullish structured profile. It has a buy zone between 199.79 and 207.02. Nicholas, that's what I see when I take a look at MMC out there. I see a 130-minute chart on a different screen. I'll just pull this over. 330-minute bars in a day. This has a Rhodes momentum indicator pattern out here, and price is dealing with a sell zone. So that sell zone right now from an intraday standpoint, 213.45 to 213.90. You clear 213.90, and you get up to that daily oscillator and change line, which is at the 215.56 level. You also wanted to look at ticker symbol BB, so let's get that up on our screen out here. And BB is trading out now. That's on fire, 360. This is a BlackBerry. So we take a look at BlackBerry out here. Wowzer. Can't recall if you were looking for an entry or what have you. Now is not it. I mean, you'd have to play a momentum move. But if you look at the daily time frame, there's no topping pattern out here. In fact, what you're doing today is you're negating a Rhodes momentum indicator top that formed on December 18th. As far as its next target is concerned, I'd really be looking at let me just open up the daily, see what I see out here to the left of where we're trading. So you're trading into a swing point from back on May 14, 2024. That swing had volume of 93 million shares. Today you are into it with 20 million shares only. So you're moving into that swing point with light volume. Nonetheless, if you do close inside, it's not guaranteed. If you do close above 332, you're at 362, you're likely to go test that 382 top. Swing point high. Not a guarantee. It would be more of a guarantee, if you will, if it were trading inside it with volume. But the weekly is above all profile resistance as well. It doesn't have a next resistance level. Well, I take that back. It's trading into that same swing point, if you will, on its weekly basis, May 17th. 167 million shares. You're in with 107. So still coming in light. So it's going to be that high. That's going to be your next resistance point. And that's at that 385 level. That's on the daily and the weekly. The monthly chart looks pretty good. So if you're inside this right now, you are likely going to generate you've got a wave 7 bottom and you are trading above the top of its monthly profile at 311. So that looks good. You're just dealing with that swing point with lighter volume, maybe because, well, you've only been up for one day out there. There's not much more that I can provide to you with regard to BB. So I hope that helped you out, Nicholas, on both of those instruments out there. If you're looking to enter or something, you've got to wait for some type of a pullback out here. You don't have to, but that would be Stevie's suggestion. Let's go take an SMCI, and this is for Joe, and Joe is looking for an entry price. Nicholas might have just been asking me to take a review of it. So with regard to an entry price inside of SMCI, well, today, let's see here. I'd say today would be your lucky day. It's your lucky day in one sense, and it's going to be your unlucky day in the other sense. You got bar number 9 that would complete today. It'd be a valid bar number 9, but it needs to trade lower. So you need to see a sell-off inside of SMCI. In other words, price has got to close below 33.44 today to generate that. Hold on, I gave you the wrong price. Wait, no, hold on. No, that's right. I take this back. Okay. Hello, Stevie. Would you wake up? Okay. You're going to get a TD 9-count bottom day as long as price closes below 33.44. We're at 32.71 right now. So watch that. If you get that close, you're looking for an entry point. Now, that TD 9-count bottom can come on the day following bar number 9. But at this stage here, I'd probably go with it. But if it closes above that, then the pattern goes away. Now, what you do have to worry about is that on a daily time frame, if you get that bottom signal, the place where a counter trend rally would come to an end, if that's all that it is, I don't know that it would be 35.57. So if you get the TD 9 count, you fire away. You got to know that you've got a battle at 34.09, a battle at 35.07. If you get above that, it looks like it's pretty smooth sailing up towards the 42.71 to 44.50 type level out there. That's really all that I've got for you. I don't see anything else as I study the charts. So entry point could be today. Now, of course, you'd love to see intraday bottoming signals, much like we looked at on the Dow Equity Future contract. Turns out you've got a Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom that's formed on the 65-minute time frame chart. Let's check out the 30-minute time frame chart. And we do this, folks. We get what looks like is a bottoming signal out there. We look for those intraday charts to give us confirming messages. Here is a wave number 7 bottom. You're trading about profile resistance. That's on the 30-minute time frame chart. Let's take a look at the, did we look at 65 already? Yeah, 65's got a Rhodes Momentum Indicator bottom. So maybe it's the 130. Let's take a look at 130 out there. 130, I probably need more data to really do a proper assessment with that. So I'm not going to worry about that at this stage of the game. I think you've gotten everything that you need with regard to SMCI. So you've got the parameters, and best of luck to you, Joe, with regard to that trade. If we take a look at McGuppy inside the Tigers Den, let's look at two symbols. Happy to do that. Let's go take a look at OHI. Not the OIH, OHI, which is a Omega Healthcare. So Omega Healthcare on a daily basis negated a TD 9-count bottom pattern 2 days ago. We're trading below profile. We're trading below its red oscillator change line. This is suggesting to you and I that this should trade lower. Now, there's an A to B equals CD pattern that has formed. I'm not checking out to see about the volume, just looking at the A to B equals CD pattern. And that would give us a price projection, it looks like, to Stevie in the area of about 35.89 or so. So I'd have to say the daily chart says OHI, McGuppy headed down there. The weekly chart, which has a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top, is trading below profile support at 38.64. Bar number 6. This is suggesting it wants to take a ride down towards 33.43 out there. So tying into the daily A to B equals CD pattern. And on a monthly time frame, let me have to open up this chart. Trying to delete that consolidation box. So it made its measured move equal to or greater than the consolidation. What I don't have out here is a topping pattern. But price may pull back, and the key level of support on a monthly time frame for OHI is going to be the 36.84 level. We start trading below that, 33.89 becomes its price target. So McGuppy, that's what I see when we take a look at this instrument. You also wanted to take a look at OMF. And OMF, kind of a similar thing. Looks like you've got an A to B equals CD pattern to the downside. Now, maybe this is forming a Gartley buy pattern today. So this one, let's pour in, geez Louise. Let's put in the A to B lines out here. So here's our A to B down to this hammer candle. This will be moving this over to that top. So yeah, you're getting a confirmed Gartley buy pattern today. Nice big old bullish engulfing candle out here. Price held support on the weekly time frame. Held support on the monthly time frame. Looks like OMF. Here I can be of help to you, McGuppy. You're long both. Looks like it wants to go trade up towards 55.23. Steve Rhodes with TFNN. We'll be right back.
Ho, ho, ho! The Tiger Dollar Holiday Double Bonus Sale 2024 is here.
Amazing money!
Now through December 23rd, we've doubled the bonuses. Don't miss your opportunity to get a double bonus up to 40% on your Tiger Dollar purchase. Here's how it works. Purchase 500 Tiger Dollars and receive 100 bonus Tiger Dollars. That's a 20% bonus, $600 total. Purchase 1,000 Tiger Dollars and receive 300 bonus Tiger Dollars. A 30% bonus, $1,300 total. Purchase 1,500 Tiger Dollars and receive 600 bonus Tiger Dollars. That's a 40% bonus, 2,100 total.
Oh, wow!
But you have to hurry because this holiday Tiger Dollar double bonus sale ends on December 23rd. Visit the front page of TFNN for details and get your Tiger Dollars today.
Ho, ho, ho! TFNN.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Welcome back, folks. We're going to take a look at SWIM, S-W-I-M. This is for Dan inside the Tiger's Den. So, Dan, you've got on a daily time frame, you've got a solid D-point top. That solid D-point top was confirmed on the trading day of December 12th. That was with a bearish engulfing candle, bear sash candle, and then a new profile formed the next day. It's a bearish structured profile. Once price closed below $7.77, James Bond, that is, it was suggested to move back to Agent 65. Probably Agent 69, right? But this is going to be the James Bond. So maybe it gets down to 690 out there. But 650 is your profile support on a daily time frame. We're making lower highs out here, so no reason to suggest that doesn't get down towards 650 at this point in time. Weekly time frame chart. Looks like it will go ahead and confirm a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. Just depends on how the day closes out there. We're trading maybe right now just below the top of its profile. But what it really needs in order to get downside traction, Dan, is a close below that oscillator and change line. 707 would be the number there. If it does that, we're likely to see lower price. The daily says lower price. The weekly is somewhat neutral-ish right now, just sort of neutral. And monthly chart looks very good. Monthly chart looks like it wants to rally more. So there's just some work to be done on the daily time frame, it appears, to the downside. Let's finish by taking a look at ticker symbol CCAP. This one is for a McGuppy inside the Tiger's Den. So here, we haven't traded long enough really to get great signals from the monthly time frame chart. The weekly chart is going to go ahead and likely confirm, just depends on where price closes today, but it will likely confirm a Rhodes Momentum Indicator top. In this instance here, prices also this week tested and rejected its green oscillator and change line. That shifts this top into a neutral position. But if price closes below 1935, neutral is gone. If we look at the daily time frame, no bottom pattern or anything out there other than finding support on that weekly oscillator and change line. I don't know if there is I don't know that that's really a solid deep point top. I think there's too little of a retracement out here. And price is rallying right now up into resistance, which is 1965. That is the bottom of its daily profile. Folks, that's it. I want you to have a fabulous weekend. Get all that holiday shopping in. You won't see me at the malls, though. Anyways, great to be with you. It's been one heck of a week. I look forward to seeing you on Monday. Take care, folks.